Now, I have a question about Howard Goss. Howard Goss was the first General Superintendent of the United Pentecostal Church International. This was a oneness denomination, the world's second biggest oneness denomination today after the True Jesus Church, which was found by the merger of two oneness groups in 1945. Howard Goss became their first president. He lived from 1883 to 1964, but he was baptized twice. So my question is this: if you have to be baptized in the name of Jesus, you have to have a valid water baptism in order to be saved. Then the first time Howard Goss was baptized, it was by the Pentecostal pioneer, the person who got the whole Pentecostal movement started, Charles Fox Parham. Charles Fox Parham, who was arrested for sodomy, that's homosexuality, in about 1907. He was twice convicted of that, but he managed to keep it out of the courts. He was a Freemason, and he died in 1928. Just before he died, we know that he was a member of the Ku Klux Klan. So there you have it. Charles Fox Parham, who started the Pentecostal movement at Topeka Bible College, he baptized Howard Goss. Was that a valid baptism? Did this vile homosexual Mason, who died a member of the Ku Klux Klan, did that baptism in the name of Jesus, was it a valid baptism? Now, Howard Goss decided it wasn't. So in 1915, he decided to be rebaptized at Little Rock. And he got a guy called E.N. Bell to rebaptize him. Now, E.N. Bell was at that time associated with the Oneness Pentecostal movement, baptism in Jesus' name, the Apostolic movement. But he shortly thereafter turned radically and vehemently against oneness. He became a zealous, militant, aggressive Trinitarian, and was one of the most vociferous critics of oneness Pentecostalism until the time of his death. He didn't just reject oneness, he absolutely rejected it as outright heresy, and he worked for the rest of his life to attack and to destroy the oneness Pentecostal movement. So there you have it. If Howard Goss had to be baptized in the name of Jesus Christ in order to be saved, Howard Goss, the first General Superintendent of the United Pentecostal Church International, my question is this: was he validly baptized? And which baptism was valid? Was it the baptism by the homosexual Charles Fox Parham, who started the whole Pentecostal caboodle off at Topeka Bible College? Or, alternatively, was the baptism by the militant and aggressive Trinitarian, who was one of the biggest critics of oneness Pentecostalism until the time of his death, E.N. Bell? Was that a valid baptism? And if Howard Goss wasn't baptized properly, then surely, according to oneness doctrine, he wasn't saved.